of philanthropy in Africa, what comes to your mind? Do you think about global donors or people raising money outside the continent to give to causes on the continent? Well, what if I told you that Africa-led philanthropy has always been a part of our culture? We've always been able to be a force for change in our communities. Well, today I'm diving into that story with someone who has made it his mission to spotlight African giving. Welcome to Coffee with Ada. Joining me today is Nnamdi, who is the author of a new blog series titled The African Philanthropist. It's dedicated to showcasing how Africans are driving real change. Nnamdi, welcome. It's so good to have you here today.
Thanks, Ada. I'm really excited about this conversation because philanthropy in Africa is more than, so much bigger than we often hear.
So you start your blog series with this article, which challenges the idea that Africa is just a receiver of aid. So talk to me a little bit about why you think this story, this narrative needs to change.
I would like to start from by saying that philanthropy in the West has always been started from, if you study philanthropy in the West, it started from Christianity. The fact that God wants us to give to the less privileged. And in the Islamic world, it started from zakat. The fact that God wants them to, use part of their income to bring it to take care of the less privileged. And in Africa, we do have that concept too. We have that concept in many ways. So the dominant story about Africa has been that one of dependence. But the reality is that the Africans have been given the through communal support, business funding, education, grassroots initiatives, you name it. Philanthropy is African too. And it is, I believe it is high time that we started not only showcasing philanthropy in Africa, but, ensuring that the world hears our story.
That's really powerful. So you mentioned that philanthropy has always been part of Africa, and I know in the initial blog that you wrote about, you talk about the different historical African giving traditions. I think you talked about Ubuntu, and I know in Nigeria, where I'm from, we have Susu or Isusu as we call it. What did these tell us about how philanthropy has been part of African life, just as you mentioned?
They show that generosity is not new to Africa. Take Ubuntu in South Africa, for example, which talks about our shared humanity, or Igba Odibo in West Africa, Isusu also in West Africa, Harambe in East Africa. All these show that in one way or the other, philanthropy has always been part of Africa. And it is more like the way when you talk about philosophy, for example, we are taught that philosophy started from Aristotle and Plato and Greek philosophy and everything, but this is Western philosophy, actually. But when you dig deeper, you find that Africa also has a system of epistemology and learning. It's the same with philanthropy.
Fantastic. And honestly, as I listen to you, this is why the blog that you're working on, the African Philanthropist, is so important. What is it that you expect readers to take away from this series?
We'll be featuring inspiring philanthropists, grassroots movements, and innovative giving models across Africa. We are going to be discussing policy, advocacy, and the future of African philanthropists. Basically, we are going to be shining a light on people and the organizations who are doing good in Africa.
Fantastic. But it's not just shining a light, right? You also want people to be able to do something. You want to spark action. Tell me a little bit about what is it you want Africans to do?
Absolutely, because philanthropy is not just for the wealthy, for the rich and wealthy. It's about using what you have to uplift others. So everybody in the world, everyone, every single one can use their talent, their God-given gift to serve the community. So in a way, I would love this blog to start this movement, bringing together Africans in diaspora, Africans at home to, to, to develop Africa, to build Africa, to make Africa what it is supposed to be. And I hope that this blog achieves that, or, makes a dent on that wall.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nnamdi. So if you are interested in African-led philanthropy and like to learn more about it, check out the African Philanthropist. It's going to be featured on the Coffee with Ada blog. And the first post is live. So the link is in the description. Go and check it out. And Nnamdi, I know you also had a message for the viewers.
Yes, and if you know of any African-driven initiative making a difference near you, would love to feature them. If you are the person who runs this initiative, would love to hear from you. Drop a comment or reach out. We'll get back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking with me today, Nnamdi. And guys, this is really just the beginning. African generosity runs deep, and it's time that the world sees it. So like, share, subscribe for more conversations on African policy development and impact. See you next time, guys, on Coffee with Ada. Thank you. Bye.